We're actually in this morning talking, and we said, look, we're willing to give them some benefit of the doubt as long as the quality of the release is substantive. But what we found out is the most important documents are missing. They've had excessive redactions. And the central question that Americans want to know, who are the other rich and powerful men on the island raping these young girls or covering up, has not been answered.
Yeah, Trump is having as good of a weekend as he had a Friday, in which he was torched by members of his own party over the release of the Epstein redactions, only for Fox News to highlight a key component that was missed in the release of those redacted files.
This is one of the documents that the Justice Department released. It's 100 pages.
Right.
This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. It's all black. It's just 100 pages of redaction. That's the transparency we're getting.
And we'll get to that, right? But for years, President Donald Trump and his allies have treated Fox News like their own home cheering section. But now, seemingly, almost the unimaginable has taken place. The Trump administration is desperately trying to keep Fox News on its side and failing, let's be honest.
Definitely. Brian, are you pro troll plaque?
No, I'm not. I'm not for this at all. I don't think so. They got to take or just mock President Trump or put something on his plaque. So I'm not for the auto pen. If he's going to do it outdoors and do that, just do it right. Just put the profiles up there. I'm not for dispelling or saying anything bad. Plus, a lot of presidents that people think were bad, like Ulysses S. Grant, ended up being looked at as great. I don't think it's going to happen with Joe Biden, but I'm not for the trolling.
Yes, we're talking about that same Fox News, the channel that has spent the best part of the last decade repeating Trump's talking points, hyping up his rallies and offering their most recent take that he's napping because he's just like Edison.
Thomas Edison believed in the 10-minute nap, by the way. What would they say? We wouldn't have electricity, right?
It's such a good point. Is that what you liberals want? No electricity? Because we will give that to you. This is fake news. I don't know. I don't know that much about Thomas Edison, but I have a feeling he took his naps when the cameras were off.
But now, not only are they finding themselves on the receiving end of sharp polling results that even Fox can't sugarcoat, Fox were the ones to catch that those redacted files were not just redacted to protect victims, but also the Justice Department used victim-style redactions for, quote, politically exposed individuals and government officials. Whoever could they mean? I mean, come on. This was clearly an attempt to protect more than the victims, as the Trump DOJ has claimed. And it was addressed by both Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna, who are leading the charge against the despicable actions of this administration.
But we also need to be clear at this moment. I've been on the phone with Jamie Raskin and the Judiciary team most of the day. And we agree, we're going to likely have to take legal action if the Trump administration continues to stonewall, continues to not provide us full transcripts, and clearly they don't have a real interest in transparency. The searchable bar that they've included that's supposed to be searchable for the public is not even functioning correctly. And so this is not a real release. This is continuing a cover-up that's been going on now for months.
Democratic Congressman Robert Garcia of California, thank you so much. Appreciate it, sir.
And Congressman Suhas Subramanian, a Democrat from Virginia who sits on the House Oversight Committee. We are expecting to see these documents really any moment. Do you see DOJ being in violation of this law for not releasing everything today?
I mean, they are absolutely in violation of the law. They just admitted they were in violation of the law. The law says they needed to release everything by today, not starting today, not part of it today, all of it by today. And let's be clear, there's no excuse for this. I mean, they've been redacting files since back in March when they claimed they were going to release the Epstein files. And then again, 4 months ago, we issued a subpoena from the Oversight Committee in Congress asking them to release the files. They're in violation of that. And they released a tranche of documents back then and then stopped releasing documents. So there's no excuse for this. They're in violation of the law, and we will pursue every possible legal avenue.
And Fox News are the ones sifting through this whole thing with a fine comb. But then again, it's sort of fitting for this recent approach from Fox News. The network is out here putting their own polls on air that are so bleak for Trump. According to the latest brutal new Fox News poll, the very kind usually used to reassure Trump and company, there are some very worrying trends for the administration I mean, look at his approval on key issues like the economy. Well, it's beyond weak. The majority of voters say that economic conditions are bad. And even Fox News' own audience isn't as enthusiastic about Trump's messaging as the White House would like.
But a Fox poll taken in November shows a vast majority of Americans believe the economy is not in great shape, and a majority also blame President Trump.
Americans are still feeling the pinch. Our latest Fox News poll shows more Americans feel like they're falling behind compared to the middle of this year. So that's the sentiment that President Trump is dealing with and trying to hit back against as he heads to North Carolina tonight. Stu?
Got it. Grady, thank you. New Fox polling shows 86% of voters are concerned with the cost of healthcare. That concern level, by the way, is going up.
But the response, of course, gets even more pathetic. The administration's official response from Caroline Leavitt has been nothing but flattery, of course. Press Secretary Leavitt has taken to amplifying praise for Trump in the wake of this recent pushback. More so than usual, so much so that observers have described as uncrossable adoration-style cultish language. But here's something else I wanted to point out. It's not just the cable news branch of the Murdoch manipulation metaverse. Man, that was a lot of M's. Look at the Wall Street Journal. Article after article slamming the Republican Party for being unable to rally around anything. I mean, even their once shared hatred for Obamacare is cracking. And with each Fox News poll that comes out, it only further coincides with what every other poll seems to be saying. And that is that Trump's economic policies have made inflation and daily costs worse, not better. With Fox's own anchors and contributors forced to try and address the discontent on issues like prices and affordability. And in a recent segment, Fox News had one of their anchors challenge a Trump administration surrogate over misleading economic claims, pointing out how it is mathematically impossible that Trump's statements about drug cost reductions hold up.
Tonight, because some of them were just mathematically impossible. Listen to what he said about bringing down the price of prescription drugs. Listen here.
I negotiated directly with the drug companies and foreign nations, which were taking advantage of our country for many decades, to slash prices on drugs and pharmaceuticals by as much as 400, 500, and even 600%.
Well, if you cut something by 100%, the cost goes down to zero. If you cut it by 4, 5, or 600%, the drug companies are actually paying you to take their product. So it raises the question, how much of last night's speech was hyperbole and how much was fact?
No, what he's saying is you bring it, if a drug was $100 and you bring the drug down to $13, right? If you're looking at it from $13, it's down 7 times.
It's not as 600%.
Well, but it's 700% higher price before. It's down 700% now, right? So a $13 would have to go up 700% to get back to the old one. So it all depends on when you look at it. You could say it's down 87%, or you could say it would have to go up 700% to be the same one. So it just depends on what you look at it. But basically what he's saying, and we all know what he's saying, is we are hammering the price of drugs down. That's what's happening. And he's announcing it all the time. He's got more announcements even between now and the end of the year. So
yeah, there's a reason that Trump and his aides used to treat Fox like an official ally. I mean, in a polarized media world, Fox was always relatively reliable for the Trump administration and conservative messaging as a whole. But if there is two issues right now in America that have people on both sides of the political aisle unifying, it's how woefully Trump's handling the economy and the overall affordability issue, and the Epstein files. No amount of running from the press or blaming Joe Biden will cut it. When people's wallets are light, they're light. That's it. I mean, when Fox's own polls are saying that the economy is not improving and many voters think the president is focused on the wrong priorities, that is a huge indictment of the president.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.